Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First and 10. Here's Tua to open with a throw. That one incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Fellas, listen up.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. That is caught! Beautiful catch on the sideline. He's inbounds. But there is a penalty flag down, and that might wipe away the game.
Let's get set.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator...
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
In motion, it's Waddle. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Return coming here from the 12. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense. And already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
On target to his man Higgins. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying for it with Burrow. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Tua taken right to the air. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Hey, 21, TA. Ready. Solo left Zion. Turbo 1, high. Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Offense up to the line fast.
Watson, Oscar.
Second down carry for Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Sanders all set to send it away. This taken from the 12. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosion.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Tua now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
That's low and bounces short of his man. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Gesicki. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Buying some time right. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Here we go.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 2.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Burrow from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push the lead up to 12. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get set. Long.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Scat. Wide.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Achane again on 2nd. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Chooses to bring this one out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Escapes out to the left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he got this close to midfield before going out. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Burrow. Rolling it. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one. And yes, they did. Bengals football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Another try following the sack. That's Gesicki. He's got it.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. He has the first over the middle. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Getting out to his left. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Headed out right. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
4th down, Burrow. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Cover 2.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st down, here's Tua. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins take a slim 2-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go.
One final shot before halftime. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
20, TX.
They'll start the drive with Achan. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
All right, let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
21G. 32 Stinger.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah, ready. Hey.
Achan again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hey. Corner, long. 21G.
Going to the ground again on first. Blast through midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. Working quickly here.
All right, fellas, listen up. Ready,
First down, and they go right back to it. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Solo left Zion.
They'll stick with Achan. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Double one, high. Ready. Watson, Oscar. Out.
Trying to pick it up here with Achan. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Hey, go ahead. Out.
Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 1, ready?
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Brown again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. So we're through 3 here. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th.
On 1, ready?
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Brown. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
This time it's a passing play. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Now Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All right, here we go, second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Back to throw it. Catch made by All. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Bengals trail by a couple. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go.
2nd and 3 now. A run with Brown. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Fine, ready?
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Now it's Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's get set. Stop.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Hey, turbo 3, kick. Hey, turbo 2, east right, slow. Turbo 1. 20, TX. Turbo 1, high. Turbo 1, high.
On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And not a whole lot to work with. He's only able to reach the 5-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Go ahead.
Handoff running left, Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Ready, shot. Out.
3rd down run from Achane. And this buys them some much-needed breathing room up across the 5. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Fair catch called for and made.
Dumbass, you stupid.
Ask for better field position after that punt.
You stupid nigga.
Punt goes unanswered.
Dummy.
Return there. And the Bengals are set up quite well for their next possession. So now it'll all come down to the foot of Evan McPherson. This one from 47 yards away.
Oh, fuck!
He didn't get enough into it. Oh, it just comes down shy of the crossbar. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami. Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Trying for it with Burrow. He's on the move. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
I'll try again with Barkley. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Hurts now on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a short game. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense
You're giving me these same ass plays. Can I get some different shit?
They got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. The moment you see
Only getting interception. I'm tired of doing the same plays, bro.
It is that
Tired of doing the same shit.
to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up.
They did it right back. That's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down.
This nigga
And the
love
big
blitz.
play drives them backwards.
I'll
Second
fix
down.
your ass hard.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have second and pretty long here. Rolling left, buying some time. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're
Come
able to drop
on,
it.
man.
And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. And you're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Forget that it was 4th down, Bronk. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Play action now. Burrow made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Throw on 3rd down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it
I could have been scored on. All I got to do is do the same play over and over. I'm trying to switch up my shit. But a bang scored on him. This shit easy, bro. Just trying to switch up my plays.
Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. The final timeout taken by the Bengals, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he runs into some big bodies, and he stopped right at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First down, Burrow to throw. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Gun.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. That goes for 36 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2. To throw again, it's Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting him a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Out. Hey, 73.
On first down, Hurts. He's got Smith. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 1. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, here's Hurts. That pass caught by Dotson. And he gets in, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Burrow from the gun. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. Vacates quickly left side. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Hey, easy, 63, back. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Silver. Alpha. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Barkley's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
No touch that. No touch.
Back to throw, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Von Bell takes it away.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He rolls to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here we go.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing is Burrow. Fits it through the middle. Reaches the 40. At the 20. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jermaine Kraft picks it. And the Bengals will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Let's get set.
Burrow. Buying some time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Another try following the sack. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run.
Here we go.
Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 19. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. Todd. Todd.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's get set.
Brown on the carry. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw. The back's got it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Goff now looking to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Montgomery fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Flushed out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Value 3, value 3.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on third down, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Goff now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Goff. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Play action. It's Burrow out to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action with Burrow. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Hard throw, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Jack Campbell with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half end.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
One, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
76, do up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow on play action. And now here is another interception. It's
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, report. Report.
Jackson looking to throw right away. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now.
Report.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here's one. Hey.
First down throw for Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Lamar throwing again. Has it down close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down. But that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. Stop.
Trying again following the sack. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On third down, here's Burrow. He'll get this one to Brown. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing deep for the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Andrews with the catch. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Jackson looking to throw. He's got Andrews. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
3rd and long for him here. Headed out right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb, and quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Gun. Shot. Shot.
Burrow setting to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Chased out to his right. Brought in close to the 8. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Shot.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
180. Right shot. Shot.
Back to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get set.
Burrow to the air now. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
He connects downfield on 4. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
I'm fine, ready?
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Twelve. 12. Shot.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Buying some time left. He can run it. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Caught near the pylon. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate. That's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
He rolls to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2. He's throwing for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
First and 10 now from the 30. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Gets this one to Andrews. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finding Flowers. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Lamar now from the gun. Completed to Flowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. They give right side to Henry. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Pistol snap to Jackson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
He's got the squiver. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Tight end going in motion here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Ravens with a 16-point lead. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
13.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Let's get set.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Now to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The drive begins with Henry. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Running once more with Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
No, we changed it.
Another run for Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Going deep right away. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Picked off, Kendall Fuller. Well, Brock, if the goal was to set the tone that you're going to be aggressive all game, I would say mission accomplished. But might be tough to connect on a lot of those against a defense that came ready to play.
Yeah, they were not caught off guard for a second, Kate. They know this offense likes to be aggressive, and dare I say, they may have been expecting that deep shot on the opening snap.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. Pickup of 2 here. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Tua off the play fake. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
32 stand.
Running back sent in motion. Out of the gun. Tonga Bailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua now from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Hey, cover one.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
What you doing?
Pick up on the return. And it'll be Bengals football. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he can do that coming out of the backfield, sends him out into one of those spots out wide.
On first down, here's Burrow. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and get that first down anyway.
First down from the red zone. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
And he gets in. The two-point try puts him in front by one. 8-7.
We're ready to get off the game.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Mindset ain't right.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to.
The QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's why as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route.
Think about it, nigga be streaming for hours.
If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Mindset ain't right.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals.
Got a lot of shit going on.
With a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
It's caught. Herbert. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go. 11 empty.
From the gun, and give to Brown. And he's able to make
About to get off the game, eat me some fried chicken.
I like to call these body blows. You got to be committed to running the football, even if it doesn't move the chains.
Got kids. My daughters want to spend time with their daddy.
They motion a receiver left. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth.
Here we go.
But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Trying for it with Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins get it back after making their 3rd first down
for me to get off. They're playing terrible.
One last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense.
Well, you do this shit every day and you don't get no sleep. That fuck with your mind.
First 3 downs to get to this 4th down like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points added to the stat sheet with the INT.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Man in motion here. All right, back to the ground game here. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
44, ready.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Searches. Pocket isn't holding up.
Them losses only gonna make me stronger.
Big play drive.
I ain't never been a quitter in my life. Losses don't make me come back harder. I just need some time to get my mind right so I can focus.
Trying again, following the sack. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards.
I won some games too. Some my only live stream.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
I won games. I lost games. I won games. It's all good. You're gonna win every game.
And someone steps in. It's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten for picks in this game. And he's
that get back gonna be a motherfucker once I get my rest in and eat me some good-ass chicken wings. Get my mind right, I'm gonna be whooping ass later.
They're going to be going after number 3.
Brown on the inside give. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Brown.
I just make dumb decisions. That's why I be losing. Be doing stupid shit.
And the Dolphins with 6 DBs on the field here.
It's all good though. Let's bounce back. You ain't gonna lose forever. Like dumb shit like that. When I could have just got a 1st down. See, the thing about the Bengals, they don't have too many good plays. I mean, they got plays, but they got the same shit. I was just trying to switch it up.
And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time.
That's why I was throwing picks. If I stick to the plays that I do, motherfuckers would have been lost.
Here we go. Shot.
Looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Here we go, here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away. And
but I tell you what, I ain't going to lose this game, though.
First down, and they go right back to it.
This is my last game. I'm about to get off. So I get my mind right, come back with the ass, get some food in my system, take a little nap, probably watch a movie, chill with my family.
Well, the defense is
I don't get to spend time with my family much because I'll be streaming all day and all that. You gotta think about it. I go through real life situations, bro. I sacrifice my life.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and
I
goal.
don't even get to spend time with my mom because I'll be doing this shit.
Throwing is Burrow. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
We're looking to throw. Has it in close.
It should be easy. I just be trying to do other shit. Like try to make a unbelievable pass and shit like that. Like I could have been scored. I just be doing dumb shit. That's why they be winning, cause I be throwing interceptions. But if I just stick to the same play, I'll be good. I just be throwing the game away. That's why they end up beating me. I stop doing that shit, bro. Stop doing that shit. Could have been scored. I'm just tired of doing the same plays, bro. I'm trying to switch it up.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm a diehard Bengals fan.
First and 10 now.
I ain't gonna never change. You ain't gonna never see me pick another team. This my team. I'm from Cincinnati, bro.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I ain't gonna never trade on my Bengals. I don't give a fuck if they ain't got the best plays.
The bigger man, he wins.
Everybody make bad, dumb decisions.
He found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
I ain't the best in the world. I fuck up too.
Back to throw it.
I lost a couple games. I won some games.
And they'll make the stop.
I won a lot of games and I lost a lot of games. But it's cool. I'll bounce back. Nobody gotta believe me.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'ma be me. I'll never give up on myself. I know I'm good. I just make dumb choices.
They get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
I'm a human being just like everybody else.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy.
As human, we make mistakes. I'm not God. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just try to be the best. But guess what? I'm going to take my L's and I'm going to bounce back. That's all to it. It's always another day to do better than what you did yesterday. It's all good. It's going to be my last game. I'm out here. Spend time with my kids, my family. I be letting this take up my whole day. I don't even get to see the day. I'll be on the game all day. I gotta take a break sometime, you know. I'm a human being. My body get tired, you know.
Receiver in motion going left.
That's why I ain't played that good. Cause I get. Plus, I started fucking up. When I start fucking up, that make me play terrible. Like, I was doing it to myself. It ain't no excuse. I caused it. I kept doing dumb plays and shit. Kept throwing interceptions. I was trying to do deep passes. GG's, bro. You're a winner too. You're a winner too, bro. You just made some dumb decisions like I did. You'll be alright. You'll bounce back. Come back harder. It's all good, bro. Good shit, bro. If you go for two, it'd be tied up. I don't think I can't let you get that, though. I can't let you get that, too. Because I'm ready to get off the game.
Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
And with 4 seconds remaining,
come on, man. Let me hurry up and pick my shit.
Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this
Come on, man. They on some bullshit. I couldn't even hurry up and pick my shit. They wouldn't even let me. Some dumbass shit, man. Trying to hurry up and pick my shit, man. Damn. This nigga really want to go overtime, man. Trying to get the fuck off. Damn. Do this shit, man. Feel like going overtime, bro.
And that return comes to a close, which means buckle up, everybody.
Even let me pick my motherfucking shit. I was trying to hurry up.
Such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime.
If he win, he win. I don't give no fuck. I'm ready to get off the game. I gotta get my mind right, bro. I ain't playing good right now. I don't give no fucks.
From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away.
I don't care about losing, bro. I'm already a champion. I'm already the greatest. I'm already the GOAT. I didn't put in too much work on my YouTube channel and all that. I ain't gotta prove shit to nobody. Just play this shit for content. I don't gotta prove shit to nobody. I know my worth. If I lose this game, I won't get upset. I'll just go about my day. It's just a game. It ain't like I can't win another one 10 hours later.
From the gun.
He gonna fuck it up anyway. He don't wanna win. He gonna fuck it up anyway. GG's, bro. You gonna throw it away anyway, brother. I just see it. I just see it the way you playing. It ain't gonna work out for you, bro. Told you, it's over. It's over, brother. I don't even have to score. GG's, man. That's the type of shit I would have did too. I was fucking up like that today, doing dumbass shit. It's all good, bro.
That just can't happen. I mean, offensively, that just can't happen. But defensively, I know exactly what those defenders are saying. Is
about to end the game right here. GG's, bro.
Go finish this pick, go win this game, and let's go celebrate in that locker room.
And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting the throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that
GG's,
time.
bro.
And 4th and 4 coming up.
I love the thought there and the idea, get your guy in space. But he can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And that'll leave
It really don't matter. I could kick the field goal, get the first down. No, man.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Here he is to throw. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
GG's, bro. Good game.
Now with the play clock low, Zach Taylor hurriedly calls a timeout, as they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT.
1-1, ready?
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On the ground, Brown. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offside call.
I'ma play with him. I'ma do it again. I'ma play with you. I'ma play with you. I'ma do it again, just to show you it's easy.
That call to be dissected for the next week by everybody, maybe even longer. But you know what, Kate? This is one of those moments. It was a good call. One of those moments where as an offense, you got to snap and clear. That short memory to move on to the next play.
Running it after the penalty. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Nothing on that play, and now we have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now,
Either way, even if I don't get the touchdown, all I gotta do is kick the field goal.
Run with Brown. And he runs it across.
GG's, man. GG's.
The Bengals pick it off and give points on the ensuing drive. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.